So guys, if you have been subscriber of Mission Critical since a very long time, you might have heard me saying I don't have a 3D printer more than once in many of my videos. So today, finally things are about to change. We have a 3D printer. It's a Creality Ender 3 3D printer. So today in this video we will unbox it, we will make a short review, and also we will show you how to put this entire printer together. So yeah, let's get started.
So let's unbox this box which I bought from Amazon India at a cost of 16,600. By the way, this is not a sponsored video. So let's open up this box and get right into it. We have a user manual and warranty thing. We have aluminum extrudes 2020, I guess 2 pieces. And there is the main printer with hot end. Then we have this gantry assembly, huge power supply, LCD screen with rotary encoder, a button, and Ender branding. Quite neat. Let's see what's inside. This is Noli, stepper motor for Z-axis, spool holder, wire, more extrudes, threaded rod, few more parts. So we will lay it on our desk so that it's easy to work. First we will take the tools that are required: wrenches, Allen, screwdriver. Also, it is a good time to turn around the printer and tighten up the bed. Looks good. Now we will fix the aluminum extrudes that are 40-20 extrudes. We have 2 of them. One is for left and another one is for right, as you can see on the screen. We will also need M5 45mm bolts, which comes in the package itself. First we will go with the left side, use the bolts and slightly tighten it up, not entirely, slightly. Next we will use M4 18mm bolts and a stepper motor, which will go on the left side from behind. Then we have this end switch, Z-axis end switch, which will again go to the rails of left side near the stepper motor. You simply have to tighten it up. Next we have this 2020 aluminum extrudes, the one with 6 holes. That is the one we need right now. And gantry assembly. We will mount this extrude on this gantry assembly using M4 16mm bolts. Everything is labeled so it is easy for you to find. You just have to push them inside and use the holes that are given on the top to tighten it up. Make sure to align it properly. And this goes like this, slides on the Z-axis perfectly fine. Now it is time to add the hot end inside. So we will simply slide it. The QR code section comes on the front, so does the hot end. Make sure that you don't put it upside down, obviously. This entire assembly looks like the one you can see on screen. And here is our dolly, which we will use M4 18mm bolts again to mount it up. It goes like this from the back side, 2 wheels outside and single wheel inside. This entire assembly is ready. Now let's put the M8 threaded rod on the stepper motor. We will just tighten up the coupler. After that, this rod is greased, so you have to push the gantry assembly on it so the grease is evenly spread. I'm doing it right now. You just have to align it and entire assembly will flow like butter. As you can see, I'm twisting it down so that the grease is evenly spread and we get an idea of configuration. There is the second 2040 extrude. It has 2 holes, one is smaller and one is bigger. So the smaller one to the left side comes down. We'll again use M545 screws. This time I'll use a set square to tighten things up. As you can see on the screen, I'm using a set square. And we'll also tighten up the other side and then put the gantry assembly, and you can see it is squared up. Now it's time for the timing belt, which again comes in the kit. You have to run the timing belt through the slots all the way down towards the hot end, where we have 2 slots, or you can say grooves, in which you have to insert the belt. At this stage, belt is very loose, so we will use this tensioner, which is again provided in the kit. Add it up to the groove, or you can say aluminum extrudes, with the help of T-nut, which is already fitted inside. You just have to match up the holes and you have to just tighten it up. After that, you can use a screwdriver that comes in the kit to increase or maintain the tension, like I've done. Make sure you don't tighten up the belt too much or it's not too loose. And here it flows like butter. At last, the top assembly, which has 4 screws. The holes are smaller at bottom and the bigger holes go to the top. You have to use M525 bolts and make sure that you tighten up the opposite bolts first. And here our printer is almost ready. Use the M420mm bolts to mount the power supply on the right side from behind. There is the switch on the power supply which says 150 or 230. In our country it is 230, but if you live in USA or somewhere where there is 115, make sure to switch it. But we'll keep 230 for us. Then we will add the couplers on the extruder, or you can say feeder, and then feed the tube inside. We get this tiny little clips which we can place it inside here, also near the extruder. Next we have this spool holder which has to go on the top of frame. Let us quickly do that. And there you go. Next we need this M5 8mm bolt to mount the LCD on front of our printer. And the clip goes to the leftmost connector. Next we have this profile caps which goes on the top to cover up the profiles. At last we'll do the connections, which is XT60 connector. Everything is oriented so you cannot reverse polarize it. It only goes in one direction. So this was the Z motor. This is the extruder motor which is marked with E. This is the X motor that is marked with X. And at last the X stop, or you can say limit switch, and the power cord. And voila, we are done. Here is our filament that we got inside the printer. We'll use it. It can last a few prints. Let us quickly feed this into our feeder all the way to our extruder. So you have to hold the clip and push it inside till it's all the way to its hot end. You can also remove this connector to easily feed in the filament. And then we will use our given, and then we will level this bed. I haven't done the great job in doing it. You can watch more YouTube tutorials on how to level the bed. We have used this SD card and USB reader that comes with it. I've loaded the cube example or test cube, and I've loaded up the G-code, and let's start printing. Let me tell you, this is my actual first 3D printer and the print that you're seeing on screen is my literal first print. So I was very satisfied and happy with it. The quality wasn't as great as I would expect because this is a learning curve for me. I haven't owned a 3D printer, so I had to mix and match few settings. Later on I got more better prints, but this was my life's first print and I'm surely very, very happy with it. It looks amazing. By the way, this printer costed me around 16,600 rupees, which is nearly about $220 or something. If you ask me, a 3D printer worth $220 is amazing.
Can you believe it, guys? This cube, this little tiny piece of 3D printed part was printed on a $200 3D printer. Isn't this amazing? And it looks so good. So in conclusion, I would like to say this is one of the best value for money 3D printer that you can buy. And if you are like a hobbyist or enthusiast who loves to make their own stuff, you will totally love this 3D printer. Mark my words, you will totally enjoy 3D printing. So there are many sellers on Amazon India like Wall 3D, etc. They open up the package just to add in their sticker and branding. So do avoid to get this 3D printer from them. Other than that, this 3D printer is amazing. So if you like this video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to Mission Critical. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.